whether she was being totally fucking because she's done it so much, she just got lazy. Like most serial killers, they just just leave fucking evidence all over the goddamn place. And you know what? I've been getting away for it. I could be lazy as fuck and whatever, and find them out. Or she actually did it for the first time, and I actually was able to follow her because she's a total fucking idiot. Either way, she's an idiot, no matter what you call it. But I figured it out.
Right.
That's what it is.
That's word to my daddy's leather sandals.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, this time I never obsessed over it. I just said, I'm going to love her, I'm going to trust her, and I'm not going to do anything about it. Like, and I told her, I'm going to trust you. But when I have to make the stand and find out, that's it. And that's how I rolled it out. I just planted flags. I didn't go crazy. I didn't excess. Listen, you never heard from me say anything. And Matt, this is me to Evan. I've always told Evan immediately whatever's coming out of me. So I've never not told him what's going on. I didn't say anything was going on. I didn't say, oh, she's doing this and that. You know why? I let it roll out. Until when I started driving out there, I was, I live out here in Clay. I started driving out there. I was like, I am 99% sure I'm going to roll up and there's a dude there. I never thought anything different. And I was like, I'm just going to open the door, whether they're in the act or not. I'm going to say, oh, that's fucked up. And then I'm just going to flip the key. I'm going to go get my fucking internet shit, take it out, come home, and the account, and that's it. I got no skin in the game. They do, because they're skin to skin, but I don't. But don't turn around, start texting me, start calling me. And that's it. That's exactly how it went down. But she's a total idiot. Left breadcrumbs all over the fucking place. And only because, I gotta be honest, once a cheat, it's true.
What up, Jake?
Always a cheat. Always a fucking cheat.
Your guy's pitching in this game, Jake, so stay tuned.
Ooh, it's 10 o'clock. I should bail out.
Work tomorrow?
Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow.
Gotcha.
But that's the actual true story. I never, I let the shit roll out, and I let it play out. I never, even to this point, I'm not mad at her. I'm just like, no, this is kind of who you are. You don't love me. You love fucking other people. You love hanging on to me because I'll do everything for you, but your real love is to go out and to be salacious and fuck other people. Then you should just live that life. Don't hold me down. Tell me to fucking walk. I'll walk. You're free to do whatever you want. That's not what you want to do. You want me to rub your back, rub your feet, pay for you, take you out to go see your fucking son, grandson, Haley and that shit, but then you also want to fucking have other dick that rolls up in you.
Well,
no, that's not how it works.
It's behavior that they say classically is mostly what men do. They say most nefarious guys, like guys that will play the field no matter what. It's this, like, they think it's got biological ties, or like men are always portrayed as they find the woman that they think they could have a home and kids with and stuff, and take care of that woman and give them the world. And because of all that, they think that since they sacrifice and bust their ass and take care of everyone at home and protect them, that this should be okay for them to like slide out in every now and then, as long as they keep it under wraps, like hook up with whoever they want with on the side. But like that's the way she's behaving. Like she just used you. She was just using
you. She was using me from the beginning.
Used you to raise her child.
But I'm gonna say something like this. They all All the fucking women in that family, the girls, it's a daddy issue. Their dad was a fucked up motherfucker and
Yeah.
use all of fucking them. So they're always trying to run out to get dad approval, which is they oddly think, oh, if I get dick, these dudes will like me, which will
Got
give
him.
me daddy approval. Never happened. And then they run to the next dig and to the next dig. And all of a sudden, these women have numbers of 600 motherfuckers that have run through them. And I will say this, and this is where I think that she started to run into her sister Gretchen when she got away from Carl's grasp is fucking all these fucking dudes. All of a sudden she got scabs and all this other bullshit because she's fucking she is fucking random dudes at a clip where it's 5 days on the fucking week. New
Yikes.
dudes every fucking day.
Get it.
But
Get it in,
but
baby.
the other women see it as it's a challenge. Oh, she's doing this. Oh, yo, that's me because they're all damaged with daddy issues. While the motherfucker is sitting up there, he can't fucking move. He's had a stroke. Motherfucker's trying to jump on the fucking lawnmower, running into cars, running into the house, almost running into his fucking truck. And it's like, you guys are fucking stupid. You're so clogged up with your dad's fucking issues, and the motherfucker don't give a fuck about you. Like, I've told her, yo, why don't you go get some help on that shit? No, because you think dick will solve it. You're a fucking idiot more than fucking dudes are. Dudes will dump the clip in every fucking thing. You fucking women
Well,
try to run around like fucking dudes, and the fact is the dudes will dump the clip on your fucking face and walk away, and you're holding the fucking bag. Fucking morons. You can never be fucking guys. They always want to be. We could do this. Listen, Corey's been knocked around by dudes with their fucking fists.
got him.
You're telling me you want to be a dude? You got away from white dudes because they were knocking you in the face. You ain't no dude. Shut the fuck up. Got him, coach. Morons. Anyways, my dissertation ends there. But yeah, they got dad issues, and their dad. Listen, their dad he was trying to mow the lawn. He actually made a makeshift seat belt so he wouldn't fall out of it because he had a stroke, whatever. The motherfucker couldn't even drive a fucking thing. He couldn't even, because one hand is dead. He can't even use it. So it's like you have arms on both sides of the riding lawnmower. You have to use both. How the fuck are you gonna roll out here and try to fucking mow the lawn when you can't use both of your fucking arms? Right. So the problem is you're like they're not self-aware. No. This is how I've always done it. Or no. I'm a man. I do it myself. If I shit my pants, or I blow up. Right. Same exact thing. That's a better way of looking at it. Doesn't want to show weakness. Wants to show the manly shit. This is what I've always done. I'm a man. Yo, dummy, you don't run into your fucking brand new fucking truck. And that's what I'm saying. This motherfucker hit reverse. Went 30 feet backwards. Was about to run into his own fucking plow and destroy the fucking deck on the fucking riding lawnmower. Literally, they basically had to jump on the fucking tractor and fucking put that shit in fucking neutral / fucking park. This fucking dude. But So, but all these women have daddy issues. It's all daddy issues. He's a fucking scumbag. He's always been a scumbag. He's always applied pressure on them, and they're all fucking touched. But all they do is, I'm telling you, every fucking single one of them have been these fucking gigantic fucking whores running around, getting dick shoved in them, and then they turn around and it's like, oh, a dude loves me? No, 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 no. That's not how it is. I can't do that. Fucking idiots. So obviously, I get the one that, because here's the real problem. I'm the dude that loves her, but every single time she's running to someone else to get love, which is her style. It's you want tons of dick. That's what you love. You don't love me. You love dick. Go get dick. Tell me to go. No, 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 no. Right, like the transvestite, whatever the fuck he is. I'm going to go to that. I'm not going to go to the person that supported me, propped me up, helped my son up when his fucking dad was MIA because we just asked him to get a fucking notebook and a couple pens. This motherfucker was MIA for 3 months. No, guess who paid for that? Me. Homeboy needed school clothes and he needed shit for football. I got that. No, 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 no. I shouldn't be exalted or put up on. No, no. I'll get my tax returns. I'll blow it and nah, 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 nah. I'm free. I don't have a son here. I can do whatever the fuck I want. How the fuck did you get there? By yourself? Scumbag, you ain't have no fucking money. I was supporting you. Now it's me.
Got him.
Oh, now what you want to do is my cat fucking passed away unexpectedly. I'm gonna run to someone else and get fucked. Oh, okay, that's how you do it? Oh, now lying, cheating, doing the same thing again. All of a sudden, I gotta show up, call you out for the shit because I walk in the room.
Uh-oh.
Please.
That's the new one. That's a new one. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Turncoat moved on. We got uh-oh. 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 Oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You gotta get shirts made. Uh-oh.
No, 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 no. If I would have stepped on that bed or got close to that motherfucker, I swear to God, he would have been on the other side of the fucking room because I would have tossed him. That motherfucker was a skinny motherfucker. But why I didn't do that?
Because I strap hard.
No, no. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm just joking.
Yo, that's cool. No, no, no. You're right. You're right.
Get you on the other side.
No, no, no. You're right. But I got a little weight to me. That nigga's neck would have been toast. Chicken neck. I would have fucking... Yo, I saw I looked at him, and he was smirking, and I saw the straight weakness on him. I said, if I grab your neck, I would snap that shit within 2 fucking seconds. You got a little chicken neck. I was like, I'll rip that shit off. No, I left, but really, when she's calling me, I want to pick up the phone and be like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. You fucked up. But no, because remember, she did that when I walked in. She's like, uh-oh. And then the dude was smirking and she was smirking. But who's been texting me all fucking day today? Over 120 or 120 calls to me. The motherfucker that said, uh-oh. All of a sudden, I put on music calling you a scumbag, you hang up. If I pick up the phone, I'd be like, uh-oh. But I will never get her to the place where she can say any fucking words to me. It wouldn't happen. But I was smart. The thing that hurts the most is not saying anything. So I've said stuff to you guys, but I've never said anything to her. She's called me, she's gone through Darren, all that. I will never say a word to her. It's the one thing that will burn her down. Because there's two different levels of it. She wants to know how I figured it out. And she wants to know if I would come back to her.
Well, the fact that she called you so much, she thinks you're a fucking buster.
Yeah. When the dude was laying right there, he was smirking and laughing. She was smirking and laughing and giggling. They both thought I was busters because you know what? She was talking with him. Was like, this dude will do nothing to you because I did nothing to Carter when he was seeing her.
I was gonna say you can't do anything to Carter. It's a hate crime.
Carter told her. This is a guaranteed fact. Carter told her, he would fuck me up. And she was like, he wouldn't, he was like, he wouldn't, right. That motherfucker that dude was shorter and smaller than her and was like, this motherfucker will fuck me up. And she was like, yes.
Carter, wait, hold on. Carter was originally a girl, right?
Yes.
You tell you knocked the estrogen out of her. What are you talking about?
So the first person she fucked with was a trans fucking woman.
It's a girl. It's a woman.
Nope.
No, don't get stabbed riled up now. Don't get riled up now.
Nope. And this motherfucker was definitely afraid of me. And then
of course.
He was afraid of me, and then she basically told him that's not who Anton is. Anton is not.
You're not stupid enough to do it, though.
No, I'm not stupid enough to do it. And the fact is that
it's a woman.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So technically, you get even more trouble.
Well, but the thing is like, I don't. If someone cheats, like, I'm the dude I'm being cheated on. It's not the person that's sleeping with the person that I'm with. It's the person that I'm with. They're allowing the cheating. 100%. They're the ones.
Yeah.
So I can't go after the person whether they know or not.
That person should know better, but
right, should know better. But the fact is, it's the person I'm with that allows the bullshit. So I should be directed at the person that I'm with. So I wouldn't never go after Carter. But the idea is that Carter knew I was twice his fucking size because he was smaller than Corey, and I was like, and basically she told him if Anton really wanted to, he would roll the fuck over on you.
You're not scared to throw a stiff jab at a chick and pull guard and choke her out on the dock either.
Right, call Diane. But anyways, that's an inside joke. That's funny because I see Diane all the fucking time, and
great. You probably can't see her without thinking about that.
No, I can't. And the other thing is, I kind of think Diane is annoying. Is that just you or me?
Well, I've never interacted with her that much.
No,
but people would bitch about how she complains a lot.
Right, but she talks a ton, and it's like, ugh. And it's like, I don't have this inclination to punch her in the face or nothing like that.
That's just a joke. That's funny.
Right, no, that's our joke.
The joke is, one night Anton and I were talking, and like Diane, she's cool. She's this chick that works at the post office, and she's lesbian, but she's like really tomboyish lesbian. She's like in shape and shit. She looks like a little fucking Pop Warner fullback. Like She like power
Right.
lifts and shit, right? And
Right.
I was like, I don't know why I said it, but one night Anton was talking about shit at work, and I was like, yeah, right. I go, you keep it up, we'll send Diane after you, just beat you down or some shit I said. He goes, she came at me. He's like, I'd hit her with a stiff jab, I'd pull guard, and I'd choke her out and all this
You
stuff. And
know,
like,
I meant it. I meant it like a
but
motherfucker. I was
and
like, I could get her fucking choked out.
when you know, like, fighting to the degree that I know fighting and like all the steps it takes to do that, and the fact that he put all those pieces together, never grappling before, and saying like that's what he's gonna do to her, I pictured it all in my head, and it
And
made
this
me laugh so
motherfucker
fucking hard.
died luck fucking laughing. He
He's
was like,
like, he
hey!
goes, if Diane came at me, he's like, I'd snap a jab right to her fucking face, pull guard, choke that bitch out right on the dock. I was like, what?
Right on the dot. I was like, yo, I would do that shit
When in
too.
all reality, you literally could hit Diane and kill her, like she's a chick. Like
Right.
he's
No,
gonna guillotine her.
yo, I wouldn't have to pull shit on her. I would just fucking slap, and she'd be done. But the fact is I would hit her with the jab, like she would stumble. I would really jump on her, throw my feet up over her head, and fucking and drag her down, and then I would just wrap the legs around her
The
hips.
triangle choke.
Yeah, the triangle choke, and then just fucking just choke her the fuck out. And it was like he saw that was like, yeah, that's possible. He could probably, he's so long and lanky, and she's kind of like stubby and whatever, and like, yeah, I think he could rock her with the fucking
It's
jab.
like
the
in a
fucking
fantasy world, it's just a funny.
yeah. It was such a fantasy fucking comment that he was just like he just fucking laughed because it was like it's possible, but it's just so funny that I went through the steps. I'm like, yeah, slap her up, jump on her, guillotine her, fucking on the dock, yeah, yank the fucking neck, and she's done. That's it. We laughed on that shit and every time this motherfucker he was so fucking bad. There was the last days that he was at the fucking post office, there was this bitch ass motherfucker, Nelson. This motherfucker beelined and went after this fucking dude. And not only that,
after I
he
put
did
my
not,
teeth
he did not give this dude the nickname. But still to this day, he will roll down the street. If he sees this dude, he'll be like, Harry Wallace!
Oh, yeah.
Like, that motherfucker hates it. It comes in with the dirtiest, nastiest,
well, the day I
fucking
told
rank-ass shirt. He's a fucking
the
scumbag.
day he came in pissed off because he's just like lazy. And he
He's a
started like
lazy
mad
motherfucker.
dogging Colin
Lazy.
and looking around and staring at us. And Colin put his hands up, was like, dude, he's like, why you got a problem with me or something like that to him? And Harry Wallace is bitching and complaining. And I go, yo, Harry Wallace. And he turns and looks at me. I go, keep mad dogging everyone staring over down. I'll pluck your eyeballs out your skull. And he was like, what? He like walked away.
That
so
shit is
Erica started
nonsense.
calling him Harry Wallace. And she said
was the
she
one that
heard it
called him
from
that.
she said she heard it from someone else. People make fun of him because he's like hairy and smelly. So people started calling him Harry Wallace, and he hates it. So she messed up and told me that. So when I see him deliver the mail, to this day, I go, especially if there's people around, I'll slow down and I'll go, look, everyone, it's Harry Wallace. And I'll point at him and be like, and I drive away because he's such a cunt.
That is, every time he tells me that, I just die laughing. I think that's the greatest fucking thing. He's a lazy
He's a low life.
motherfucking scumbag.
He's lazy.
He's lazy as fuck. He's one of the dudes that told me, you're only hurting yourself. And I'm like, bro,
About
you don't
what?
even do no work. Shut up.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
No, I mean, what's the context? You're only hurting yourself. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. So I became a regular. So basically, if you finish your job early and there's no other work there, you basically have to sign a form saying that you left early before 8 hours. At the end, so you can do um like FMLA like that, which is you leave work. You use the term. It's not you're using like your vacation time, but you're using like just free time, and so you leave work early. If you leave work early too much, if you get up to like 84 hours, then basically after that you start digging into your actual time at the post office. So if you're supposed to like retire in 20 years, basically every year you're given 84 hours, and if you go over that, then it gets to like after 84 hours you have to give back 4 hours after 84 hours. So basically you turn around and like when you retire, let's say if you only gave up 84 hours, or you've done 84 hours and then you have to give back 4 hours. So when you retire, then you have to give the post office back 4 hours. That kind of thing. So these dudes at the post office is like, because they're so scummy and lazy, you're only hurting yourself, because at the end of the day, if you work too fast and then you leave every day early, then you have to give back 4 hours. So I always tell them, I'm like, no, you guys are kind of lazy, so you'll stay for the 3.5 hours when you really want to leave after fucking 6 hours, but then you complain about leaving at 3.5 hours, or basically leaving at 8 hours, which is your fucking time. So instead of calling me a fucking asshole and blaming me for leaving early, why don't you just work harder? No, you won't do that. Okay, go fuck yourself. That's basically what I tell them. Like, listen, so they always tell you that. They're like, you're only hurting yourself. So I should be a lazy scumbag like you? Or should I leave when I leave? So there's a positive and negative on both ends. So basically, if you work super hard and you get out early, but when people call in and there's extra time, which is like you got to cover 2 or 3 routes, then they're going to give you work. So like, let's say if you leave at 1 o'clock, but really your 8 hours is at 3:30. They're probably going to give you work to the 3:30. So you're going to give you 2.5 hours more of what you got to do on your own route. That's the negative. The positive is that when there's no mail and there's no extra work, when you're done at 1 o'clock, you leave at 1 o'clock. But because they're such fucking lazy scumbags, when there's no work and there's no, like, and the mail is really low, every fucking day they leave at the 8 hours, which is 3:30. And they'll wait at the time clock for 15 fucking minutes to clock out. So they'll turn around and tell you, oh, you're only hurting yourself. But then they're so lazy that whether it's a ton of mail, whether there's 2 pieces of fucking mail, they'll stretch it out for 8 hours. That's what I mean by like lazy fucking scumbags in the 8 hours. So basically, like, Harry Wallace is a dude that no matter what will try to get the 8 hours. He's a lazy motherfucker. And I've actually had a run-in with him where, like, he was like, you got a problem with me? And I turned around and I said, I was taking mail off of him. This motherfucker was so worried about picking up a pickup at some place on that route. And I was like, well, why don't you go pick it up? You keep telling everyone else to fucking pick the fucking thing up. Why don't you pick it up? Why don't you stop, do the route, and go pick it up? Instead, you're calling everyone else to go fucking pick the fucking thing up. Then he was like, you got a problem with me? I was like, yo, get the fucking, it was 90 fucking, it was almost 100 fucking degrees out. And I've done a ton of fucking work. And then I got to come over and help your punk ass out. And then I'm like, give me the fucking mail so I can deliver it, or we got a fucking problem. Because basically he was like, you didn't pick that up. I was like, well, if you didn't pick it up, you got a problem with Jeff. because it was on City One. I was like, that's your fucking problem. Stop telling everyone, because basically I told him, stop telling 2 or 3 fucking people to go pick up the fucking, pick up the ship it. When you're covering the route, you pick up ship it. He was like, you didn't pick up ship it? I was like, I'm not here to pick up fucking ship it. I'm here to take fucking work off of you because you're being a lazy fucking scumbag. You got a problem with me? I was like, yes, give me the fucking mail and give it to me now so I can deliver the fucking mail and I can go home. It's fucking hot out here. And he looked at me and we had a fucking staring contest. And I was like, you gonna do what I said, or we want to sit here and have a standoff? He gave me the fucking mail.
You should have told him we could do what we're supposed to
Yo,
do.
yo,
Try to fuck.
listen. Erica was on my headset and was like, I thought you guys were to throw down. I was like, this motherfucker would never throw down with me. He would get fucking mopped up. Fucking big ass belly. Fuck him.
What the fuck is that noise?
Oh, that might be my fan.
Hold on. No, 1 second. It sounded like gunshots outside. Hold on.
So basically that's how it went down. I basically had a standoff with this dude, and I basically told him, go in your truck, give me the fucking mail, so I can deliver the mail and I can go fuck home. Because you've been fucking bagging it all fucking day. Basically. Erica was on the mic and she was like, I thought you guys were gonna throw down. I was like, throw down? This motherfucker wouldn't throw down with me. Well, don't even think that motherfucking shit. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, homeboy stepped up to me. I actually had someone on the mic and was like, I thought you guys were gonna throw down. And I was like, this fat motherfucker ain't gonna throw down with me. It's just like he's worried about something that he's covering the route. It's on his route. He's telling everyone else to go fucking pick the shit up. No, motherfucker. You stop what you're doing and go pick it up. That's your fucking job. So I just called him out for it. I was like, no. I was like, okay, you don't pick it up. You deal with Jeff. Because that's Jeff's route. He got mad at me because I told him the fucking truth. You worried about everyone else picking the fucking shit up when you didn't want to. I said, well, then you deal with the wrath with Jeff. I didn't say anything bad. I was just like, yo, Jeff is going to come at you because that's how the Admiral fucking works. Why you pick up shipper? And I'm like, why are you looking at me? Homeboy, but he's a rover. He's covering the fucking route. Tell him to fucking pick it up. And Jeff would have said this, and that's why he was mad. Jeff would have told him, the rover's supposed to pick that shit up. Stop what you're doing. Go pick it up. But he thought he could listen. This is the same motherfucking dude that was covering a route for a year and telling us CCAs, don't deliver here, don't deliver here, don't deliver here. And then we turn around, this motherfucker's delivering all the fucking bullshit. We're following the fucking rules. He's delivering the lame ass mail, but he's telling us not to deliver it. I was like, you're a piece of fucking shit. I've never liked that dude ever. He's a fucking scumbag. And we all knew that. Yo, he got on me, Evan, and Erica, telling us not to deliver shit. We all got together. Turn around, this motherfucker was delivering the shit. I, Basically, it was his fucking route. I mean, it really, in hindsight, it really wasn't his route. It was a dude that was out on leave because he got hurt, but he was covering the route for a year. He's telling us, "Oh, you guys, you guys keep delivering there." Yo, we're getting together and be like, we're listening to what he said. We're not delivering there. That motherfucker was delivering there, and then got pissed off when people called him out for it. No, that's not me. Yeah, motherfucker, you're a piece of fucking fat shit. That's what you do. I mean, not to say he's a fat piece of shit, but it's just like you're just a fat, lazy motherfucker. And then you would use CCAs to blame it on us while we're taking the heat for it, and then we're turning around and was like, no, we're not doing that. I mean, we literally had a powwow about that shit to eventually find out he's telling us not to deliver it, and then he's delivering the stuff.
What's so like difficult about not delivering it?
Okay, so so basically, you might have a hold, or it's a vacancy, or like, so if it's a vacancy, basically, whoever was there doesn't live there anymore. So basically, you put on the mail whether it's if it's standard mail, it does not have to be delivered. You just toss it away. But if it's like first class mail, you have to endorse it and say it's vacant. So he's basically telling us, don't deliver there, don't deliver there, don't deliver there. But he's not really making cards or anything else like that. So he's put on us so much that not to deliver there, we know the names and what not to deliver there. So we're carting out the mail. So if it's standard mail, we're throwing it away. If it's first class mail, we're putting vacant and then tossing it into the vacant bin. But there's mail that keeps accumulating there. And so we're the CCAs was like, well, that's not us doing that. This motherfucker's blaming us. So we turn around and was like, we're not delivering nothing. We're not going to deliver anything. Watch what happens. So we stopped delivering. We got together. It was me, Erica, Evan, and then we got either with Colin, because I think Kelly was not there. We got with Colin. We did not deliver. Because it was a problem, because this motherfucker kept saying, we're delivering stuff there. And he kept saying that. We stopped delivering there. Just us. We're like, oh, we'll stop delivering there. Mail kept showing up in that fucking mailbox. So when they sorted it out, that motherfucker was delivering the mail. Nothing. He just gained that he's an idiot. That's it. No. He's a complete dope. He is the dopiest motherfucker. Whether he was or not, but he was not accepting the blame for it, but while he was doing it. But when I say that, and when I say he dopey, he's completely dopey. He's dopey. Yes, there was nothing to gain, nothing to lose. He did not want to take the blame for doing it while he was doing it. So when we got together and was like, oh, we'll just bring it all back. Mail was going in there. We're like, how the fuck is mail going in there? Yeah, it's like, he's delivering it. Oh, what the fuck is going on here? I'm literally, we thought, we really, really thought that we were mental cases in that fact. We're like, how is mail getting in there? We just could not believe it. And then once we got together and together just simulcast that we wouldn't deliver, it was like, we got together with us, and then with Colin was like, we will not deliver any mail. Don't deliver any fucking mail there. And was like, okay, don't deliver any mail. So us CCAs, we just stopped delivering mails, the three of us. Mail was still so then we came around. I was like, why is mail still building up in there? It's building up. No. He's. I'm telling you, I'm being honest. He's a complete moron. He's a moron. Like I had a run in with him. I don't like him. I don't have any problem with him. He's so fucking lazy. And now he's the rover, but it's just like, I don't deal with him at all. He's that fucking dopey. And he was in the military army. And I'm pretty sure he did not cut potatoes, because that's the lowest form of the military army. He did not cut potatoes. I was like, that motherfucker was looking after motherfuckers? No. That dude ain't looking after me. Fuck that. He is a dumb motherfucker. That's a promise. Anyways, I gotta get out of here. No, okay. So if you're a real mail carrier, so what you should do, which he did not do. This is how bad of a carrier he was, because now he's a rover, so he doesn't have to make up any cards. He doesn't have to do anything else. But if you're covering a route, which he was, basically, like that house. So that house doesn't get mail. You'll eventually find out with mail coming there that you'll find out the names that are coming there. Basically, you make a quick card with a marker that says, okay, this name and this name, you either forward out or you UTF. UTF means unable to forward. And then, or, any type of endorsement. And that's what it's called. It's called an endorsement. So when you say UTF, it's unable to forward, that's called an endorsement. So he should have, the whole time he was covering the route, realized that he should have created a card to create an endorsement. He did not do that. But the only thing he did was tell us, all these houses, don't do this here, don't do this here, don't do this. Create a card. No. So then, when new people would help him out because he's so fucking lazy, would make these mistakes, and he was like, well, why'd you do this here? Why'd you do this?
Alrighty.
Create a fucking card, you fucking moron. Tell us what we're not supposed to do. No. You know what he did? He did not do that. So eventually, we got to the point where Colin got with us and said, don't deliver there. So then we stopped delivering there. Guess who was delivering there? The person that was covering the route. The idiot. The fucking moron. And that was game over. Oh, and by the way, they don't get reprimanded for it. So they can be complete idiots for the rest of their fucking lives. And that's really my problem with the post office. These motherfuckers just run around. They're dopey as fuck. They don't follow your cards. They don't follow your forwards, anything else like that. And then they deliver the mail to the fucking mailbox, and it's like, I had a card for it. Oh, I didn't see it. No, you did see it. You're just a fucking idiot. But then obviously, if you tell them that they're an idiot, then they feel fucking, you hurt my ego. Fuck. They're all such fucking pussies. No, it really is, because it's like that was a clear view of a dude's covering the route. He's lazy as fuck, so we have to cover for him a lot. But instead of management telling him or getting on him, hey, this is your route, clean the fucker up. No. They come at us and tell us what a piece of shit we are. And I was like, wait a minute. I just did what I was supposed to do. the mail was addressed to this house, so I delivered it to the house. How do I know that that person doesn't live there? That's not my problem. He didn't do his diligent work. He's an asshole. But we figured it out. So when he does do shit and still being a rover, and he actually covers my route, I give him fucking shit. He's like, well, I didn't know what to do. I got a card there. You don't know what to fucking do? No. There's a card there. Do what the fucking card says. Stop bullshitting around. Like, you're being a fucking asshole. And you don't, like, stop being a dope. I'm actually presenting the route to you to be dopey proof. Stop being a fucking dope.
Dope man.
Yeah, dope man. But obviously Harry Wallace is a fucking dope. And every time, and that's the worst thing. He's such a fucking dope that after he does his route, he has to come to you and be like, well, I did this and that. You don't have to do any of that because it was already presented to you.
He has to come to you and be like, hey, buddy.
Oh, my God. I promise you, I want to knock that motherfucker out when he does that shit. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. He's the worst fucking character. Because
worse than Nelson?
I think he is. I mean, I really have to rate it that he's the worst character I've ever been around.
At least Nelson actually knows what he's doing. He's just lazy too.
No. But Nelson actually purposely fucks up shit because he wants to be an asshole. Yeah, he's a douchebag. But this dude's a dopey. He's a fucking idiot. Because even on City 3, and they're like, oh yeah, you had the other dude, fat fucking dude, and I'm like, I don't really use that term, but
was it the fat daughter?
The fat daughter? No, so they turn around and were like, oh, the fat dude, and that's the only way they could explain it. And I was like, oh yeah, he was covering my route. I'm not here. And they're like, oh, he fucked it up. He didn't even take my outgoing mail and all this other stuff. And I tell him, he's gonna be bad. But when I come back the next day, I will clean everything up. So if you can hold off for a day, I'll get your outgoing mail out. I'll take care of business, and you're not gonna be able to trust that dude. But I do tell him what. It's based on a rotation. So if I'm off on a Tuesday this week, I'm off on Wednesday. And then after I'm off on Wednesday, I'm off on Thursday. So if you can follow that rotation, don't put your mail out when the off person is here. Put it out when I'm here. And they're like, okay, that's it. Well, yeah, so I'm walking around. He's kind of slow. I was like, yeah, because he's a fat dope. Like, what? I could have told you that. So, yeah, it's... But, in hindsight, what I really need to do is go work with Evan. I should stop doing this fucking post office bullshit. It's highly annoying.
Dude, my job's dope.
Right. And the fact is I can make some money. I've done the overnight shit, so it's not that big of a deal. I have to be a little honest. I don't have any obligations anymore, so I could probably slide right the fuck in and set myself up. Probably not be a bad thing at this point in my life. And what would be honest is like, any threat goes down, guess what? Pull out the heat. Goodbye. Which would never happen, because it's like...
You'd have to be stupid.
Yeah, you gotta be a fucking moron.
But then again, there's fucking radical psychopaths out there, so...
Right, but you just shoot them in the face.
Knock on wood. Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh,
Well,
Biggie, fucking easy to take out.
right. Stand in front of a bullet.
They wouldn't get 2 feet.
Game over. I wouldn't hesitate to fucking knock them motherfuckers right out. And it's not because because they're activists. It's just like you're a threat. I'm gonna knock you down. Guess what? I'm gonna get accommodation. You're gonna be in a pine box. I mean, theorize it. Like you're gonna over theorize hugging a tree. Why don't you over theorize a bullet to the head? And I'm pretty sure they won't because it's like as soon as someone says something, it's like, it's heavy artillery there, and
Yeah.
like we. Well, yes, nut
You
jobs.
ain't, like, you're not
No,
knocking
no,
our place over unless you're a fucking SEAL team.
right,
Right.
right. But,
For sure.
but what I would say is let's say you came out with you got a rocket gun. How many bullets do you think that off people are gonna have enough money to fucking post up? One, maybe two. After you get past that, what are you gonna do? Run around with Glocks and fucking take people out? You're toast.
Oh,
I
got
mean,
him.
right? It would have to be a immense, planned out operation that just would not happen. It's just we got to be honest. It's like tree huggers. They would already be annoyed that the fact is that they're using a carbon footprint to throw a rocket down the road. I mean, they're fucking idiots. Oh, what are their missions on the rocket? You've already lost, motherfucker. Goodbye. And at that point, I'm like, oh, so you're only tree hugging to a point. Listen, I'm a vegetarian, but I eat eggs.
Let's just say I eat
What kind of
eggs.
asshole am I? you know? Yeah, and eggs. So, I mean, again, oh, I'm a
Oh, I can't
vegetarian.
believe I just swung at that.
Oh, so you eat fish and you eat eggs. How much
You're
of a
not a
vegetarian you
vegetarian.
are? Yeah, you know what? You're
Yeah,
kind of like
all those
global
idiots.
concept.
Yeah,
Kind
all
of,
those
yeah,
idiots
it's kind
realize
of
they
low.
need actual animal protein, so they try to fucking justify eating eggs and fish. It's like, go fucking
Yeah,
fall down.
right. It's
It's
lame
like,
as
eat a
fuck.
fucking steak and grow some fucking muscle and be a fucking, actually fucking toughen up.
No, I'm a vegetarian, but I think fish are so down on the evolutionary chain. But why are you eating eggs on Saturday? Like, what? Because eggs ain't that far down on the evolutionary chain. I mean, everyone eats fucking chicken. No,
I
that's
don't know.
okay.
That shit's weird.
Nah,
Those are the same people
yeah,
where
it's
like a
weird
stiff
as fuck.
breeze knocks them over because they have no fucking
Yeah,
bone density.
it's
Like,
weird because it's like vegan, vegetarian, but I'm like,
I know someone who I have a serious hunch is raising their child vegan, and I'm like, you're ruining your kid's fucking health and life. Real nice, retard. Yeah, that is a good point. Who knows? That'll probably come
yeah.
next.
Mm.
Child abuse.
That's weird. And mostly they say that
Because people are
by
too
the time
pussy to say no to their children too. When you're talking
and by the
about
time
doing
they
shit
grow
like
up and
that, you ain't a fucking parent. You're a
and by
fucking
the time they grow
enabling weakling.
And by this,
Got him.
and the studies are by the time they actually grow up, they grow sort of out of it, so they might be
Yeah.
lesbian
Yeah,
or gay,
they're
and
probably
then it's
gay.
like, oh no, I don't want to do all this bullshit. It's just like, oh okay, this is who I am, and
Next offering is in for a strike. That's locked in now. One-run game here in the ninth. So now 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, he showed a lot of conviction with the fastball there,
no,
just because of
and
the
it's too
Yeah.
late.
also the ability to command it at the inside part of the plate. The last thing you want to do with those slides is just get too far in there and it gets away and hits the bag. So I see what they're strong fastball, but
Yeah,
also
it's
looking at that inside pitch.
just kind of being like overhyped or over eccentric helicopter parents,
Yep.
extra liberal, and then
Sometimes you can flip
we got to solve the problem.
series, but they came out, they got the first game, and that's all you want to do. You want to
The one thing I always say about that is, as a parent, when you go and say, my child is going to, when they want to, learn how to go to the bathroom on their own, like go poop. And I said, you guys are fucking idiots. Because what you're saying is that you want a child to figure out adult principles. No. You show them how to do those principles. Because when you get to elementary school, if your kid doesn't know how to go poop on his own, they can't show up. So you're gonna wait to 6, 7 years old. You're the idiot that allows the kid to rule the roost. You're the adult. I'm not saying you have to beat them. I'm just saying
You
you
say you
have to
gotta bait
teach
them.
them. No, you have to teach them.
It's about being consistent.
Yes. Okay. I know a couple people like that. That's
That's
fucking
just
weird.
fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, that shit is a an inner thing with the person that's doing that.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
That's a weird thing.
It's
I'm
the
sorry.
overbearing mother.
Right. That's not the kid. That's the parent.
And welcome in a
That's
shortstop
awful.
here with
That's
the A's.
weird and fucking
Yeah. It's like, go get
awful.
laid.
This afternoon,
Right. You need someone to suck on
Fucking
your fucking
weirdo.
nipples. I mean, yeah,
No, fucking,
yeah,
me,
buddy.
myself, and Irene.
Yeah, buddy.
and the pitch.
And he's driving the vehicle back, and he's got a fucking milk mustache, dude. It's
You
great.
thought I was the dude. That's the dude. That's thinking about the dude.
When he's
yeah,
like,
buddy.
his innuendos in that movie are the best. He's like, whoa. Slow down there, Pocahontas. Unless you put your ear to the ground, you ain't gonna hear the buffalo coming. She's like, what the fuck does that even mean? Or the other one, he's like, what you looking at, fucker, to the kid. And the kid drops the cup. He's like, stands up real fast. He goes, you wanna rev me up? Just push the choke and pull the cord. And he's like, I'm a size 8 magnitude earthquake, and you're dancing on the fault line, pal. It's like, what?
That's awesome.
He goes, hey man, what is the matter with you? He goes, I don't have any beef between you. Beef between me and the kid.
All right, I gotta get out of here.
He says I gotta go. All right, later.
Yeah, brother. All right.
Later.
Are you guys gonna be floating around tomorrow? Maybe.
I might be
Yo,
on.
Gaethje, fucking Poirier. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I'm going out. I'm going out to Nate's for that. Maybe I'll. Do you want to come out and hang out?
I'm liking that. Yes, I probably want to come out and hang out for that shit.
All right.
What time you going out
Just let
there?
me know what you're doing, and I can give you his address. Not till like 7 at night.
Oh, BYOB on that
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah,
Oh,
yo, let me know on that shit. I'll
all right,
definitely be out there.
all right. Well, I'll just hit you up then.
Okay. All right, brother.
All right, later.
All right, Matt. Later.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. On the ground to the left, Bronco moves it
Nate.
to first on the
I don't know.
run,
I'd have to get it from
and
him.
that'll do it. Miami down. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Randy Arozarena. The wind of the pitch. That's in
Oh,
there,
did he?
and it's 0-1.
Gay.
The pitch. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep the
Cardinal
man
Road.
first
I don't know
base.
the numbers.
Manuel Margot in the box now. No balls and a strike. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for these guys.
Next to hit, Ty France. In there, and it's 0-1. Arozarena over at second, one down. Foul ball. In the air, left field. Pulls up on it, and that's a base hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he
It was good to be on my 7-day. I took overtime Sunday, though.
He got the job done right there.
Lau at the plate.
I actually got called in the other night. Like, they asked me if I wanted to work because a dude, like, I guess a dude, like, lost his bat or something, couldn't work, so I had to come in.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke
Like
up a little bit,
badge.
spin out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the
So
location
I
is.
came in, like, they called me, asked me if I wanted to work. I said, sure. They're like, take your time getting in here. I was like, okay. And I got there like 7:30.
In for a strike. 0-1.
Worked a quick little OT last night.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Got him.
Makes the catch, inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. At the plate, number 44, Eflin back to work. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Yeah. Why, you hanging out with us tomorrow night?
Smoked on the ground a second. On to France. 1 up, 1 down. So digging in, Evan Vega. 2 hits in the game last night.
I actually got to work in the morning Sunday. I got to be there at 5:40, 5:10. So I'm gonna sleep in as much as I can tomorrow.
Swing and a miss.
Tomorrow, and
Definitely not going to make his highlight.
then I'm gonna take a nap after the fights and go to work.
Swing
Fuck,
and a
same
miss.
thing.
Real ugly 0-1 swing.
Sunday,
There's a pitcher.
double time.
Hunt for that strikeout. Keep him
Let's
off
go.
balance. Send him back to the dugout.
Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. And here is Nate Gordon. Oh, right to the backstop. Close play. but
Safe.
in
Let's go.
there. On the ground right side. And it gets by him. Now a long throw home. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's 1-1.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Base knock right field. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took...
This ball well hit left center field, and that splits the gap. One run's in. Now the second run is in, and they take a 2-run lead. He's safe at third. It's a 2-run triple.
There's some games out there I'm thinking about picking up, dude. What about Final Fantasy, baby?
I love the hustle out of the box, man. He drove that baseball, and he was thinking triple right away.
Yeah, maybe I'll get it Monday.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Oh, word. Whoa, why did I swing at that? Holy shit.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Lawson stands at third with one gone in the inning. Battling here as he fouls it away. Right-hander kicks, deals. Goes down looking.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Hey,
Oh, Catan was going hard earlier.
2 outs with a runner at third.
Oh, hopefully that's the nail in the coffin.
Now a screamer
Hopefully.
into the outfield. Makes the grab, and that is that. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead.
Yeah, for sure, but what I'm saying is, and he knows this isn't, he and I have had conversations about this, and obviously he's telling you it also, it doesn't matter. There's things, there's already been, the nail in the coffin has happened like 4 times. Hopefully this is the last nail. Final fucking nail, hopefully. And what's sad is, like, I told him, I go, some of the stuff you've done to yourself, I'm like, you willfully got rid of your Facebook so you couldn't see all the nasty shit she was doing out there while she was using you. I go, she's calling you and blowing your phone up because she thinks you're weak, dude. She thinks she's going to be able to apologize and get you back. She thinks you're a fucking mark, bro. Don't fucking talk to her.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. Good eye right there.
Good eye when they hit you with a good eye. Got him. Your guy's my closer. He comes out. He looks so mean. He ain't playing games.
He's been inconsistent offensively. And a foul ball. The 0-1. And that's through there for a strike.
101 miles an hour, B.
I know there are more guys that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive.
Got him.
And down on strikes. 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Francisco Mejia next to hit for the Rays. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. And a big swing and a miss. On the ground to first. Takes it himself. 3rd out. Down in order. Top half of the 3rd.
Bold as fucking gate, huh? Fucking bolder.
Back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
I've never played him.
Left-hand hitter waits. And he takes a strike. one down the line, and that's just foul. And the righty deals. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Now at the plate, number 14. Swings through that one, 0-1. Popped up to the left, into foul ground.
I heard.
Makes the grab, one down. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, number 44. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. On the ground, 2 ball. Quickly to second for 1. Over to first, but it's offline. So up next, Evan Baker.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's get a home run.
First time. Eflin a move to first, and he's back in there.
Dude, I keep seeing more and more about Maximum Football, dude. I can't wait for that shit to fucking come out. Come on now. Axis Football 24 is already being made.
At the belt and fires. Swings through that.
Well, we can see him muscle up a little bit. He's trying to hit.
I don't know, dude. I keep seeing all kinds of new dev updates and shit. All new gameplay. It's definitely coming out. Will it be good? Who the fuck knows?
That's a strikeout. Had him out front.
Fuck. Keep striking out, dude.
Set for the bottom of the third, and stepping in for the Rays, Nico Holsizer. 0-1. Holsizer in his rookie season, hitting 9th in today's lineup.
Yeah.
He's usually in left field, but today he's patrolling center. Kicks and deals. And now 1 and 2.
Well, typically left fielders have the least amount of range in the outfield, so for him to take the responsibility in center field in this one, he's going to really need his corner guys to help him out in the gaps.
The 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that, thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout. That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Margot in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And takes low for ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
He's bagging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
Yeah, that shit is so fucked up, dude. I told him, I go, if there's anything you ever needed to know about the type of person this bitch is, I go, you caught her in bed with another dude, and she said, she said, oops, when he walked in, or some shit, and they laughed. Oh, yeah, uh-oh. And they laughed at him. That's all you need to know, man.
The right-hander back to work. And that one is lifted in the air. Drops into the glove.
But, dude, she's been doing this shit to him for years, though. And that's the part that bums me out. I hope this is the final straw.
1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That one hit to right. Margot settles under it and puts the squeeze on it. That's out number 2. Here's the center fielder, Lawson. This time around, he tripled home a pair. Out to center. Holsizer should have this one. Brings it in. That is the inning. And one. Back here at the ballpark, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Ty France. There's a strike.
Me.
Just haven't
The
produced
fucking
as many
noises these umpires make.
as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Here's the 0-2. Got him looking. One gone here.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Lau batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-2 now. One down, base is empty. Got him looking for the K. Called strike three and a fastball up in the zone.
Dude, I'm on fire, my brother's pitcher right now. Knock on wood.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. And that's a strike.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried.
That's a ball? Oh, that dude's high.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. The 1-1 is fouled off. And he deals. That's a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Oh, dude, really?
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Nice grab on the run. And that is that.
Can't wait to go see the 8th. I got an appointment to see a specialist about my back. I'm so excited.
Leading off, Beltran. The pitch. And that one just missed off the outside.
Yeah, I'm going to SOS. They're like the best around here with like back shit. So I'm going to go up there, get an MRI done, all that happy shit. I'm going to try to figure out what's wrong with my back. I went to them for my foot and ankle, and it was awesome. They did a great job.
And that one handled. Now the throw to first on the run. Not in time. An infield.
This was 12 years ago for me.
Within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base.
How'd they do on the wrist?
I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Late swing, foul to the left.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Beltran aboard here at first with nobody out.
Got him.
Laser base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure you'll be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives.
Sweeping curve? Jeez Louise.
Here's the 0-1. On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play. Now it's the shortstop, number 14. Line to left. He dives, but he can't make the catch. And back to first safely he goes. And a run comes in to score.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Digging in.
Oh. Nate's? Yeah.
Strike 2.
What?
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Well, they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 4-1.
Driver looks kind of narrow. How does everybody get out?
You pull in and we park to the right or the left side of the driveway in the grass, and then you just pull out.
Ah, gotcha.
Back now in Tampa Bay, bottom of the inning, and now Isaac Paredes. That's in there. 0-1.
Well, these Rays being a little too patient at the plate in this game. We've seen them go down looking several times, just not really showing much fight and a lot. Out of their at bats so far.
Oop,
Lawson
got him, coach.
makes the play, and there's 1 down. Francisco Mejia coming up to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Ball 1, no strikes.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
To the right side, Coe. Gets it to first. Home man for the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. Pulsizer in the box now. No balls and a strike. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
The pitch. Hit hard. That gets through.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And now it's even up. Pulsizer, the runner at first with 2 gone. The next pitch misses, and that's ball 2. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Lead runner around second. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
With that fastball, even though
Nate texted me about you asking for his address. Yeah, but nothing. He's just, I think he's excited you might, he thinks you might be coming over.
So for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I should tell him 50-50, $5.
Next pitch inside, 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Next one misses. And the count is filled up.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield.
In there, sets him down on strikes. Yanni Chirinos gets the ball now. 32nd appearance. Here's the third baseman, Evan Vega. The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Chirinos, a 6'2 righty. He features a sinker, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. And strike two.
Oh, shit.
That misses. Now 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the inning. Back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And now the catcher
Joe Burrow out for 2 to 4 weeks.
Split numbers between June and July there.
Yeah, he strained his calf. I watched it. I was watching the practice.
That's a hit.
He was literally just like running to his right, and then he just took a funky step, and all of a sudden something went in his calf, and he stopped and was sitting on the ground, and Joe Mixon was sitting with him, like, asked him what was wrong, and he's like, my calf. He got carted off. Dude can never just have a fucking full fucking preseason in training camp. Still goes to the fucking AFC Championship, though. Like, there's, like, Adam's, like, spamming it in the group chat. Like, I'm, like, worried. I'm like, okay. He strained his calf. Right, but, like, dude, he's been straight up in our group chat crying and whining about the mistreatment of running backs. Like, fucking saying that none of us in here make these decisions and none of us are rich owners. You guys are in here siding with the owners. I'm like, quit acting like you're a fucking philosophical fucking proc. Yeah, like you're like a fucking, like you're so virtuous and shit. Stop lying to yourself about how valuable the position is. First off, actually, I've been taking notes because I'm going to do a fucking dirty video about the state of the running backs, dude, and I got all kinds of notes. Like, I told him that a salary cap league, and even not in salary cap leagues, I go, positional value is a thing. And if you don't think it's a thing, then you're not having an honest assessment of football, right? I made a whole list of situations that show you if the offensive, dude, it's like 3 pages long, where the offensive line, it clearly shows the offensive line is what dictates rushing. All I've said is you don't have to pay that position a lot of money to get good enough results, because ideally running the football on the best teams is primary situational. It's not the focal point of the offense for the teams that are winning. Therefore, you don't have to spend a lot of money at running back. And he goes, well, why? He's like, well, then why did fucking homeboy for the fucking Atlanta Falcons, who's not even good, he's not even going to be good, the kid that got drafted to the Falcons, he goes, Bijan Robinson, he's like, he's not even good, I'm calling it. He said, I know this position. You guys don't even like it. I'm calling it right now. He's not going to be good, and he's making $13 million his first year, and blah, blah, blah. I go, he's a first-round draft pick, and he's 21 years old. He's not a running back on a second contract. If they can get elite production from him for 4 years, they'll pay for that. And I made a whole list. Nick Chubb has been an Iron Man since the second he came in the league. He's only missed like 2 or 3 games his whole career. He averages almost 1,500 all-purpose yards and 10.4 touchdowns a year. This is how much research I've been doing on this shit. He got paid. Christian McCaffrey, his first 4 years, didn't miss a game. And he's had one season where he's pretty banged up, but for the most part, he's been relatively healthy. And guess what? He's all pro at 2 positions. He got paid. Derrick Henry, for 3 seasons, averaged like 1,800 yards for a 3-year period per scrimmage with over 10 touchdowns per season. And he can't even catch the ball, right? And he's had years where he's injured, and he still got fucking paid. Right? So they want to bitch and moan, and they all act like all these running backs deserve money. Let's get into the dudes that don't deserve money. Because all these dudes are fucking whining and crying, sucking these running backs' cocks. Austin Eckler, he'll be 30 in a year and a half. And he didn't hit his prime and high-level production until his late 20s. Trust me, that's going to decline. They had to pay the quarterback, which they just did. Like, he's not going to get a long-term deal, at least with the Chargers, right? Josh Jacobs plays on one of the worst teams in the league, the Oakland Raiders. He's had 2 years of really good production. They're in rebuild mode. They're not giving him a long contract. Could he get paid somewhere else? Possibly, right? Then Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook's closer to 30 than he is to 20. I think he's 28. Has had injuries. Is he fantastic? 4 years straight with 1,000 yards and shit, but he's been banged up, not available in a lot of playoff games that they've gotten to, and in the early years he's banged up really bad. The Vikings have to pay a lot of other positions. They got to pay their offensive line. They got to pay Justin Jefferson. They might have to pay Kirk Cousins again down the road if he stays, if they can't find a better replacement for him. And they got a lot of holes. That's why he's a free agent. So everyone just glosses over the context with these running backs and just fucking acts like they all deserve money. The only dude that has a case out of these, as much as I fucking can't stand to say it, but I'm honest, is Saquon Barkley. Because the Giants fucking suck. Right? They played a lot of bad teams last year and got a favorable matchup in the fucking playoffs against a team that's carried by literally 2 dudes. Kirk Cousins and fucking Justin Jefferson, and their tight end's good, TJ Hawkinson, but it's literally carried by 3 dudes on offense. Dalvin Cook was good his last year, right? He stayed healthy. But it's carried by, like, essentially 2 guys. They have a lot of holes on their team. You're not going to pay a dude that's almost 30 who's had a track record of being hurt and or banged up. Yeah. The only guy out of all these guys that has claimed to get a decent contract because of the current situation of his team is Saquon Barkley, and it's because he's better than all those dudes I mentioned. Like, you got to give it his due. He's more talented than those guys. Like, if he could have stayed healthy and replicate his rookie year consistently, he would have gotten paid. But that's not the case. He's been hurt. And, like, he played through injuries last year. And let's be real, the injuries might have been why. Guess what? His numbers were normal last year. He rushed for like 1,300 yards and caught for like 300 or 400 yards. Like, there's a lot of running backs that could do that in our league. And that do that in the league. So there's reasons why these dudes aren't getting paid. The reason why I say Barkley has a case is because right now he could sit back on that team with an offense that's horrible no matter how good he plays. Right? Because their fucking offensive line has holes. They have no weapons. Their quarterback's not good enough to carry a team that has deficits on offense. And he's just one guy at a skill position. The quarterback and the offensive line has to be good enough for you to take what's on that team with the lack of weapons and succeed. So therefore, even with the injuries and stuff, I thought that, like, in an honest world, he had more of a right to get a contract from the Giants, his own team, than a lot of these other running backs, right? And that's with the injuries, because when he's fully healthy, he's talented, right? But he turned down supposedly a 3 or 4 year deal for 14 something a year. And with if you're banged up all the time and you still get offered a contract that, you take that.
Yeah.
Like, stupid. Then he makes a fuss, acts like he's going to hold out, right? They talk all this shit, have Zoom meetings and shit. Running backs get together and suck each other off and fucking cry, right? And then he flips around and then signs an actual extension for a year to make $1 million more. So obviously your convictions and shit worked really to help the running backs. Adam goes, well, that makes it easier for them to actually sign a real extension. Yeah, that's true. But where was all this tough guy talk about how we don't get treated right and all this other shit and all these running backs saying they're going to do X, Y, and Z for themselves? And then he flips around and fucking does that. He only cares about himself. I get it. You're a fucking athlete. You're trying to make your money. It's a position where dudes get fucking hurt a lot. They're not available as much as other positions. And that's just the truth. You know, and there's the really true healthy good dudes, they get paid. So then there's the problem of Adam thinks they're worth 20 something $million a year. They're not. And he thinks it's not fair that there's a different there. He thinks that the fact that there's positional value, he just thinks that's not fair and thinks everyone deserves to get paid. Yeah, well, no shit. If you worked hard, everyone to a degree, in theory, deserves to get fucking paid. You don't want these guys to not get paid. No one's fucking laughing at them. Like, he literally thinks we want to see them not get paid. But you can't be okay or good and think just because you're next, you deserve more than the last guy that was good or okay. How many guys have we watched get paid at any position are not elite and getting a lot of money? It doesn't matter the position. Josh Jacobs wants to set the market. He's not that good. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised and I wouldn't have made a big deal out of it if Barkley set the fucking... He's fucking 10 times better than Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs rushes for 1,600 yards, and everyone's like, oh my God, that was one of the worst fucking offenses last year. Everyone can... I'm going to make the video, don't worry, because I'm going to go fucking scorched earth. Everyone can fucking ignore it all they want. All the teams that focus on rushing fucking suck, and they don't make the playoffs, and the few that do tend to fucking lose, and everyone likes to point to, oh, well, the Chiefs, they ran all over the fucking Eagles in the Super Bowl. Yeah, with a fucking 6th round pick. And they don't even run the football in the regular season. They came out there against the top 10 defense. That's a whole nother subject. Everyone likes to talk about defense. Of course, you got to play it. But I feel like if you make a really good offense, you could, with today's rules, you can bank on putting up points more than you could bank on playing defense. Like, I think people are so, like, jaded by how we watched low-scoring games growing up. Teams don't defend like the Baltimore Ravens. Teams don't defend like your Steelers did back in the day. Teams don't defend the way the Seattle Seahawks did. Win 13-6. Yeah. Even the bad teams fucking score on each other. And what happens? Look at all of our teams. Dude, my team had a top 10 defense. The Eagles, the 49ers, everyone got to the playoffs and scored on each other. Out of the last 15 teams to win a Super Bowl, only 3 teams had a 1,000-yard rusher. You don't need to pay that position to move the fucking football. Because guess what? Isaiah Pacheco, he's talented. But when his fucking... They're going to sign him to either a tiny deal or they're going to walk and draft his replacement.
Yeah, I mean,
mark my words.
A couple of years ago,
ground ball right side could be 2 to Franco for 1, and that's 2.
Clyde's Edward-Helaire.
Across, 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Marlins 4, the Rays.
So, yeah. And so in Adam's head, he thinks that there's a conspiracy in a narrative to not to make the game more fun and force teams to pass it. Therefore, running backs are starting to become irrelevant because owners want to see points. I'm like, oh, well, guess what? If that's the case, why do you think they want to pass it? Because passing correlates to more points than rushing the fucking football. So whether it's a conspiracy or not, you're proving your point.
I
And now, Ty France.
agree that they've made the passing game easier.
Oh, for sure.
An all-star
For
season.
sure, but like if the
28
running
years
game
old, and they
but if the
tried
running game was
for this year.
if the running game was what
Thanks
put up
for
a fuck
that
ton of
oversight,
points,
Juan.
they'd fucking would never change the rules.
Strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day. And it really looks like these hitters
Yeah.
have been in between.
And like he thinks that he also thinks the fact that running keeps the clock going. There's just so much stuff in his philosophies on playing football that don't happen as often as he thinks they do in real life. Like his idea is play amazing defense, which most teams don't do in the playoffs now. Keep the ball away from the other team, right? And just win these low-scoring games and play defense to keep the ball away from the other team. Patrick Mahomes, if he played the Giants, you gave him 5 or 6 possessions, he'd hang 25, 30 points on you, and your team can't do it. Your team can't score that much. So it's like all these dudes that love the run like to ignore all the mathematical truths behind why passing is just more efficient. I seen something wild the other day. Jonathan Taylor's best year, that year he went off, dude, he averaged almost 6 yards per carry. They still weren't that good. And Carson Wentz still averaged 7.5 yards per attempt. And that stat sustains play-to-play, drive-to-drive. Guess what doesn't sustain play-to-play, drive-to-drive? Yards per carry when you run the ball. Because you could literally run for fucking 3 quarters and average fucking 1.8 yards on the ground, and you're down by 30, and then you can get an 80-yard touchdown run and be losing 30-7, and then all of a sudden the stats say you ran the ball well. But that doesn't apply to a dude that's willing to pick routing concepts and throw the ball 10 yards down the field every time. And guess what? The clock don't run much when you play Mahomes or the Bengals, baby, because guess what? Those dudes are completing that shit at 70+% a clip against bad teams. And then everyone talks about, oh, well, running the ball safer too because there's more interceptions than fumbles. That's not always true in every single matchup. There's quarterbacks that throw less than 10 touchdowns a year and 30-something touchdowns and complete over 65% of their passes. Brett Favre went to 2 Super Bowls and won one, and all they did was throw the fucking football, and he threw more interceptions than 4 quarterbacks. They didn't stop him from winning all those football games. I think turnovers, like a lot of things, are situational too. Just because you commit a turnover doesn't automatically mean you're going to the other team's just going to run down and fucking score. Yeah, you could sometimes give up field position, but a lot of times when you throw balls deep down the field and have them picked off and shit, it's like punting.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that it's just, there's so much shit that I listen to this kid, I forget, he's like RJ something, and he's been making good content lately. He just started his YouTube channel, and he's like, everyone will ignore the facts and what the data is telling them. People like to be willfully ignorant to the fucking data. It's not the end-all be-all, but it explains a lot of fucking shit that's happening on the field. He goes, fans like who they like and hate who they hate. Like what they like and they hate what they hate.
And now it's Brandon Lau.
And you know, dude, and his team is like the personification of what I'm fucking talking about. They can't throw the ball down the field. They can't score a lot. Their defense is not as good as people think it is. They played a lot of bad teams last year. And he's like calling game on all these teams this year. He's dead ass serious. He's calling game against teams that are just way more He's like, we're gonna start out 3-1 and all this stuff. We're gonna roll Dallas week 1 and then week 6. I can't wait to week 6. We're walking into Buffalo and we're running them over. I'm like, okay. And then Josh Allen is one of the greatest quarterback prospects of our lifetime and one of the best quarterback playmakers I've ever seen. And he acts like he fucking sucks. It's like, dude, he loses to Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. If it wasn't for those two dudes, he'd probably fucking go to a Super Bowl or have won one. So, like, where does the rubber meet the road on, like, what is exceptional in a fucking season? Like, so basically in his mind, it's okay to talk shit about absolutely everyone that doesn't fucking win a Super Bowl every year. It's like, guess, hold your own fucking team accountable because they ain't fucking sniffing one for a while if they keep going the way they're going.
That one playoff game against the Chiefs, he was literally matching Mahomes.
For sure.
And there's a strike.
It would have came down to who had the ball last.
Those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Struck him out looking. 2 outs, base is empty. Wander Franco, the next to hit. First offering, misses the mark.
And you know what, dude? Dudes are fucking jealous because you could make an argument that he might be a top 10 football player in the league, Josh Allen. He's a one-man fucking wrecking crew. And dudes that talk shit about him, they fucking wish they had a dude like that on their team. The only thing he needs to get better is he needs to make better decisions with the football and be more accurate and efficient. I don't know if that's because he has so many abilities, you know? Like he could run outside, he can run inside, he can run through you, he can make every throw, you know?
They always talk about how he has to do everything.
Exactly.
Take some pressure off of him.
I just think they need the fucking the dudes with all the dudes with the Cheeto fingers would tell you they just need to run the football more. I like the pick that they made, getting the tight end. That was the best weapon they can get at that time on the board, and that kid actually can really play. And he's more of like, I'm gonna use this as an example because you can't say he's as good as this guy, but he plays more like Travis Kelce. Like he's a tight end, but he's like a split out guy. He's more of a large wide receiver. So I thought they made a really good pick there because now you got 2 really good pass catchers, medium and underneath with Dawson Knox. Kincaid can spread the field too. You still got Diggs. They just need a little more juice on offense. And what's crazy is it just shows you how fickle it is. You got the Chiefs that their wide receiver core is not good. It's like a hodgepodge of young guys and veterans and Mahomes and then Kelce, a really good offensive line, and Mahomes is just otherworldly, right?
Oh, he's like Tom Brady made all those receivers.
Oh, for sure. There was times where Tom had tons of bad receivers, but they had Tom and a good old line, and they won a lot of fucking football games, right? Then you got my team, right? My team has arguably, from a pure, like, pocket quarterback standpoint, might be the best actual quarterback. But and on top of that, he has all these crazy weapons, right? And we still have just gotten close, right? Then you got Allen, who's the best playmaker out of the 3, you could argue, because he's got Mahomes is just as good a playmaker, but Allen's got the height, weight, speed thing, you know, the athleticism thing that Mahomes and Burrow just don't have, right? So there's this weird dynamic with the 3 best teams in the AFC, but they're all so close still, It's weird, dude. They're all three are just so good. And the fact that Mahomes won a Super Bowl and they had a record where they started 7 rookies. They started 3 rookie wide receivers. He's fucking throwing the pill all over the place.
Chirinos back to work.
It's pretty wild how many
Back to the
good
mound.
quarterbacks in there.
Yeah,
And he's safe and
there's a bunch.
Really all
It
of them.
doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
I'm going to look at the standings from last year so I can just see all the teams. Yeah, so, like, you got Josh Allen, Tua. Say what people could say what they want about Tua, but when he's healthy, he's fucking dirty with all his weapons. You got Rodgers is with the Jets. You got Burrow. You got Lamar. You got say what they want, but when he plays with ability, Deshaun Watson. Fucking Trevor Lawrence. Kenny Pickett. What is it? Russ that year, that's an anomaly year. He'll play good this year. You got the kid from the Chargers, Justin Herbert, and then you got fucking Mahomes, all in the AFC side. And then when you go to the other conference, hold on, how the fuck do I get up? Oh, so yeah, by default, Jalen Hurts is like the best NFC quarterback. That's not, to me, that's not the highest. Like, that's not comparative. Like, so you got, we'll say good quarterbacks, right? Like pretty good quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts. You got Dak Prescott. You got Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, these are all like.
Derek Carr's good, and that's it. Geno Smith played good last year. Matt Stafford, but he's been hurt. I mean, Murray's good, but he's not consistent. Like, he's talented, but he's not good.
These are all just like.
Grounder might be 2. Over to Lau.
The
A
AFC
sensational double play. And now the
Yeah.
DH, number 8. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely.
I said Lamar. There's Ryan Tannehill, Jimmy Garoppolo. But even then, those two guys, can play. Like, they're not bums.
Yeah,
They're like good,
Move, and it is
just not really good or elite.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is
So
he
it's
goes
just
all out every single time.
it's just weird to me, dude. I just don't, and I'm sick of having the conversation, honestly. Like, I'm just fucking sick of having it.
Consistent with it.
And the throw to first is there to put an end to the inning. And welcome back. Now it's the DH, Harold Ramirez. And here it comes. Line drive, base hit down the line. Throws to second. And he's got a double.
Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he made it out front for the line drive knock.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, number 24.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
So yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. And like all the flaws on his team are all the shit we're talking about. It's just like he's just being willfully like ignorant about it. But whatever. He'll learn the hard way. He thinks he's going like fucking 6-2 out the gate or some shit. So he's got a tough schedule this year. Honestly, if Sam Howell plays well, Giants might finish last.
Isaac Paredes. And that's in there for strike one.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
And 1-2.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Kicks and fires. Got him swinging.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Ramirez leads off second with one gone in the inning. Right side. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out. And now the center fielder, Nico Holsizer. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. That's in there.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Lawson makes the play. Runner tagging from third. He scores. That's a big sacrifice fly. And now just a 2-run deficit.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs with the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Stays alive.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Wait, I gotta stay up a little bit. Fucking. Gonna try sleeping tomorrow till about noon.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss.
Dude, I'm hitting so bad out here. My pitching's good. I'm batting like shit.
I really don't want to work tomorrow.
0-2 now. Foul ball left side. He'll
Come
see
on.
another. That misses the zone. It's
Today.
2 strikes. He caught it behind his back. Over to first. Got him. Great
This is just a
play to get
fist.
the leadoff man
When we
off
start
the
throwing it
base.
around, leave one hell of a mess.
Looked like he just continued his
Let's dance.
momentum towards home plate after releasing that. Perfect position to make a play and help himself out.
Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, number 44.
AI generated show about Dungeons and Dragons.
And first
Oh, yeah.
offering is fouled off.
And they got Joe Rogan as like the dungeon master.
That's funny.
And a
They go
pitch.
overseas everything.
Fought off foul.
And they got Donald Trump as one of the players. Gordon Ramsay as another. Elon Musk. They've been like rotating out.
Hard hit left
That's
side.
hilarious.
Sends it to first.
Oh, speaking of Donald Trump, Adam did say one thing that made sense though. I asked him.
Evan Vega.
I go, you can't ignore the fact that these dudes get hurt all the time. I go, why do you think running backs are hurt now more than ever? I go, because when we were kids, Emmitt Smith, Marshall Falk, Frank Gore, Curtis Martin, LT, Adrian Peterson, so many of these guys, these running backs were Iron Men. And he said something that I think is true. He said when the rules changed and they tried to make it so like you couldn't fucking take dudes out for real, and they're trying to crack down on dudes hitting dudes in the head. He goes, everyone started getting better at trying to tackle people in the legs. He goes, and when you're the running back, he's like, your knees and fucking ankles just get torn up. And I go, that makes a lot of fucking sense. Like, I agree on that.
Swing and a pop.
But like the idea that it's like this conspiracy or like a narrative, I'm just like, all right, bud, it's like, relax.
So
It's
they
not
go
that.
quietly there.
Hey, got die on this
Ready
hill,
for the
dude. It's
bottom of the
okay.
eighth. Manuel Margot up to the plate. The pitch.
Like he just thinks that like
That's in
he
for a strike.
he thinks that
Call that keyholing.
we're part of the problem. That's why like running backs don't get paid because people don't understand their value and shit. And I'm like, okay. Like we
Here, third base side, number 14.
well, he thinks that they're super valuable, and I say they're not that valuable compared to other positions.
Ty France next to hit for the Rays.
What matters is what happens.
What the coaches and the GMs do, and so he thinks it's not the coaches and the GMs make it tactful decisions on how they want to play football. He thinks that they're getting told to just pass it from the top, and that it's not more efficient, more effective. They just want to fucking make more money, so they're just gonna pass it.
Looking in the 0-2 count, just to pour it back.
Lau stands in now and watches strike one.
The rules easier.
On the corner for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. But teams were trying to figure out how to effectively pass when we were kids and younger. Like Eric Coryell, fucking Dan Fouts and all those guys, Dick Vermeil, the Shanahan system. It takes a while for a quote-unquote coaching tree to grow. There's a handful of coaches that were trying to perfect passing back in the 80s, in the 90s, and what happened to all their proteges. My coach is one of them. Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, all these other dudes. Now they're in their 30s and 40s, and they're becoming coaches. And they're like, we're figuring this shit out for real, for real. There was teams that were trying to pass the ball, were really good at it. You had Dick Vermeil and his guys, greatest show on turf. You had the OG Shanahan and the fucking 49ers and shit. They had two quarterbacks that just lit everyone up for years, Steve Young and Joe Montana. There was teams trying to do it. They just weren't, like, perfectly perfecting it yet, and everyone just ran the football. That's why back in the day, rushing the football mattered, because almost everyone did it. So, like, you had to literally line up and play ground war defense and rush the ball, because that's what everyone did. Everyone designed their defenses to stop it.
It's some like cyclical thing too, like because
Swing and a miss. Going warm. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jalen Beeks getting loose out there.
Yep.
Comebacker to the mound.
It's becoming more passive.
Two quick outs here in the top of the ninth.
Players are getting, like, more agile, slimming down. Yeah. Linebackers, pass coverage matters more than being a downhill linebacker.
And I think some coaches are trying to capitalize on that by having like a.
And first offering is fouled off.
Yeah.
You know, because I was figuring the smaller guys can.
2 outs.
But, like, and let's be real here. Some coaches still just like to fucking run the ball. There's coaches at least. Look at Atlanta. Atlanta's like, Atlanta's going to, in the next 3 years, Atlanta will have 7,000 first-round running back draft picks, and they'll keep running the ball to fucking 7 wins.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Wander Franco. We're back, and on the mound is the closer.
Here comes Tom Ado.
The best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
If you want to just run the ball because that's what you like.
Next offering misses, and it's 2-0. And there's a ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count.
Right.
Hopefully he hasn't. We'll see.
So Adam will say shit like that too. Adam will go, well, what is this team known for?
Next offering is fouled.
I'm like, you act like just because a franchise did something for so many years that they're beholden to just behave like that. Like, even the Steelers started throwing the ball more. They got Mike Tomlin. Eventually, they could fucking throw the ball and run the ball on you.
3-2. Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. He is safe.
Did a nice job getting there. Good
Yeah.
throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw.
You know, this one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Grabs it right up against the wall.
So, yeah. Yep.
Now the third baseman,
Yeah.
Isaac Paredes. In there, and it's 0-1.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Next offering is fouled back.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
No, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock. Throw comes into second. They take the force out down to the last out for the Rays. Kevin Cash going with a pinch hitter here. Yandy Diaz. He represents the winning run.
Yeah, so, I mean, whatever. I really don't want to have the conversation with him anymore. The problem is, it's hard in our group chat and even in here to just state, like, this is how I see it without him losing his mind. I go, we need to stop having this thing anymore. I go, we need to agree to disagree. I go, you value building the best defense you possibly can, focusing on running the ball, and trying to play keep away. He got bent because I said it's conservative offense. It's conservative style offense. He's like, it's not conservative style offense. I go, yes, it is. You're not looking to make a team that can throw the ball down the field. And here's one that he doesn't like, and you can go look at the numbers. Another thing that's super situational, and it's more dependent on what type of play you draw up and when you draw it up, is did you know that play action pass, the amount of yardage that in terms of variance between a non-play action setup and a play action setup is less than a yard? So we have this idea that you could pound the ball 30 times in a drive and then you're just going to run fucking play action flag and your dude's just going to get wide open down the football field. It happens, yes. But guess what? Drew Brees stood there in fucking wide fucking shotgun tree formation and just threw darts everywhere, and he threw it down the field, sideline, short. He didn't care. They didn't run the ball a lot. Peyton Manning, there was years of Peyton Manning and Tom Brady just stood there and fucking threw the ball around. Like, so, and a lot of the quarterbacks today, a lot of these offenses aren't using play action the way they did. The Chiefs don't. Like, so there's that. So I told him, I go, you like to play strong defense, play Hold'em style football, conservative offense, pick and choose, and be conservative with your passing and run the football a lot and try to keep the ball away from the other team and run the clock out. I go, he thinks I don't like balanced football too. I go, my approach is balanced. Yours isn't. I put the focus, right, if I was building a team, on my focus would be the pass game. But I would put my money into my offensive line, my passing weapons, my quarterback. I'd put my money into pass rushers and pass and coverage defense. I would try to cultivate a defense that's at least middle of the packish. I don't need my defense to be the 2000 Ravens, but I also can't have them be the fucking I can't have them be in the Cardinals this year, like the worst defense in the league, or the Raiders, right? I can't have them be that. And I go, my team is going to be a pass-centric team, layering in runs when it's tactfully advantageous to run the football. And that's the other thing that people don't understand about passing. Passing's layered. Because of all the different things and all the different ways you could attack the field from passing, there's conservative style passing and progressive styles of passing. Like, I don't need to throw the ball all the way down the field all the time. Like,
Steelers.
Take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Super conservative passing. It's like a 2-second.
right, but that's all he could do.
Stretch runners at first and third.
You know what I'm saying? And it sucks when that's all you can do,
Yeah, 2 seconds, and it's like a 2-yard pass.
Next pitch is popped up. And he's got it. Ball game.
Ooh, Tomato gets a win.
Sweep in this 2-game series.
Gets a close.
Wants a reliable closer, and that's exactly what he delivers.
But like every team wants a reliable closer, and that's exactly what he was today. Your dude's out there, he's got shades on, he just stares dudes down.
And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long from Tampa Bay.
Dude, I crossed you with Spencer's guy. Player of the game, let's go. But yeah, so he and I talked about that for like 3 hours the other night.
Inside the show. And now your host, Justin Allegri.
And like, yeah, I'll be like, yeah, I'll talk to him about how I disagree with him, but I don't fucking jump down his throat. I don't care. Because guess what? My team has constructed a team the way I want my team to be constructed to a T, which I love. His team's doing the same thing he loves. My football team would beat them 95 times out of 10. So, it is what it is.
I gotta get a review and kind of for the season stuff.
Hell yeah.
Oh, good.
But yeah, so like, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's just people like to act like there's this like mythical, magical fairy dust in football, like it's Friday Night Lights, and they just don't like to ignore the outcomes in the data. Like the outcomes are telling you. The outcomes are telling you everything you need to know. And so you're just ignoring it. You're just ignoring the outcomes. That's all.
The wind of the pitch.
Oh, wow.
And that's how this series begins.
I want to change my fucking batting camera. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Holy shit. Oh, I got a hit. That's actually pretty cool. I kind of like that. You just follow the ball.
Everything came together for him. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits.
I'm going to try this.
Even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see.
See, the only problem is it's harder to judge how close the ball is.
See the velocity 97 with that fastball. Cuts
I
and
shouldn't have swung
misses.
at that.
It's a strikeout.
All right, so settings, gameplay, pitcher.
So what exactly did Nate text you?
What's that? No, he just sent me a photo saying you texted him.
I'll tell you what, those are the types of guys pitchers really like to punch out when they're on the mound, because if they get on, just the distraction that they create with all that speed over on the base pass, it can take away your focus from the next hitter, and that's the last thing you want to do is serve up a pitch that a guy hits over the fence, and it's a multi-run home run.
You know, if in fact Jacob deGrom adds to his Cy Young total as a Ranger, he'll become the first Ranger ever to win the Cy Young Award. And that would leave only the Colorado Rockies as a team that does not boast a Cy Young Award winner. Now here is number 44 and a pitch out, but nothing going on.
You know who, like, a lot of spots I trust, but there's a lot of dudes that have said this so many years. A lot of guys I truly trust and value their opinions out there on the internet. A lot of them love the Browns this year. They're thinking Deshaun Watson's going to go back to the tour de form.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Got away with that one, left the curveball up a little bit. He's going to have to.
It's been a long time, right? The Browns are going to get over the hump.
They're going to go to the Super Bowl. They're not going. Like, I don't care how good they are. They suck. Like,
Got it by him for the K. Here's the left fielder, Alex Verdugo. The pitch.
Dude, that's such a good last name. Alex Verdugo.
And Verdugo is set down. And there's one down. Here's Leody Taveras. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Just missed.
Man, he was crazy because they did have such a really good team.
They actually still have a good team, but it's just like, I don't know. It's like the one thing. I feel like if there's one team you're going to be like, history just says you're not making it, it's the Browns.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits.
Or the Bengals.
And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Swings through that one.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough.
Yeah, they don't run the ball enough. That's what it is.
No, like I'm being serious.
Ooh, the fucking Browns.
Next offering is fouled.
That's their whole offense.
The 0-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Yeah, but I mean, there was also.
Left-hand hitter waits.
That's true.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Like they just do these stupid game times. Like I'm not saying they have to run 50 times every game.
Right.
I'm saying like.
Top of the second.
Dude.
And now here's the Marlins DH, Kyle Cole. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Makes the grab.
Dude, the throwing the ball 60 times thing is hilarious too, though, because like Adam's like,
Next to hit,
Dak sucks. The fucking Cowboys suck. Like, who throws the ball 60 times in a game? He loves to bring the one time that Dak Prescott threw the ball 60 times in a game. For some reason is like some like defense mechanism as to why Dak sucks and the Cowboys suck. And then I set up a whole list where every Hall of Famer has thrown the ball 60 times a game, at least like 3 times. Tom Brady's thrown the ball 60 times games like 15 times. It's like, dude, stop.
He absolutely loves the
and first offering is fouled off. DeGrom, the former
Oh,
rookie of the
dude,
year.
this is how delusional he is. Knows the matchups. He goes, remember the year we went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago?
Yeah.
The Patriots made the playoffs that year. They slid in as a wild card. And Adam was calling me going, man, you know what matchup I'd love to see? Like, I'd love to see you with the Patriots in the second round. That would just be such a good matchup. I'm like, dude, we'd hang fucking 35 up on them. All they do is run the football.
He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup.
I don't know. It might have been his rookie year. He's a Mac Jones guy. Loves himself some Mac Jones.
Right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some guys.
Ah, fuck.
In the dirt, Garver on to first. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone. Now it's the Marlins.
It's because he thinks quarterbacks suck. He says, all I need my quarterback to do is not make mistakes. Manage a football game. That's what he says.
Up the middle. Oh, he gloves it. Throw to first. Picked in the dirt.
Ooh, DZ gets there. He goes, I don't need my quarterback to be Patrick Mahomes. I just need him to not throw interceptions. Like, okay.
Just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
Beltran at the plate with 2 away.
No, don't worry. They're starting out the gate 6-2.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Bottom of the second. Now, Corey Seager. And he deals. That one missing inside.
That's a good miss off the inside.
Yeah, I'm like, I told him, I'm like, because I love him. I'm like, dude, I love you, but I don't want to have this conversation over and over again. They're like, when we talk about football, this is all we talk about. Like, let's just disagree. Like, it's okay. It's like, I still love you.
Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
Marcus Simeon, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Chris Marcus Simeon, Bay Area guy, played his college ball at Cal. White Sox selected him in the 6th round.
Cal.
And he has developed into a fine player.
Yeah, and he comes
got him.
Really good athletic
I pitch really well. I don't bat well.
Also an athlete in college, and this guy's just a really good leader on a ball club. Had a breakout to his career when he went to Toronto and started hitting home runs left and right.
That one's in there. That's strike 2.
Got him.
1, 2, 3, go the Rangers. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Well, here we go, top of the 3rd, scoreless game. And stepping in
Hell yeah.
is the speedy.
So you're basically pretending you're like women's friends to try to get laid? You basically pretend to be a male feminist?
But I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, of course, you should sign up for the military and try to be a commando. Yeah.
It is kind of funny because in the game, you're not even like the main character of like the side character. So you're essentially like tough, I guess. So I guess the main character.
Here comes a pitch. And a swing and a miss. And 1 out now. Hey, the next up for the Marlins.
I do let you bang.
1 for 1, led off the game with a single.
That shit's funny.
Well, who would have thought Jacob deGrom as a college shortstop and then a 9th round pick by the Mets was going to turn into slides, but it
got him.
By him.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Darren Cooper, the next up for the Marlins. And he was nowhere near that one.
This guy's just pitching everything outside.
Incredible. You look at that benchmark of 200 innings, comfortably over that in 2018.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's a ball. Throws. Save. That's a stolen base.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on them and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Yeah, I'll be going in a little bit.
And the right-hander deals. Tapped softly on the ground. Simeon out on a bang-bang play. Here's the third baseman.
Okay, can I get a home run here?
He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Swings and misses.
All right.
0-1.
I'll be out there.
Come and get me
I'm gonna
fastball
bring
right
like one of
there.
my
He
own
ain't
chairs
ready
with me
for the
too.
velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Late on that fastball.
Yeah, we run a projector outside and stuff, and like I've been trying to be careful with my back, so I'm gonna bring my own chair and just like sit.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him.
It's dope.
Elevated, and if
We
you're
start a
not
fire,
making
we
off
throw
of
up
that
the fucking
location,
tiki
you're
torches.
Ah, that's strike 3 and the third out. So we take. Welcome back. Now the third baseman.
I don't know.
Patrick Wisdom. Third baseman. The pitch. That's through there for a strike. Chris, dig this. Patrick Ian Cashel Wisdom. His middle name is Ian Cashel. Ian, Gaelic/Scottish for John, named after his grandfather.
Fucking water?
John, his dad's
Water?
side.
We just
And then
fucking pick you up
Cashel
and plunge
is a
you in the
little
pool.
village in Ireland where his mom's family is from.
We're like, put them out.
He got to visit in 2019, saw the house where they all grew up, about 45 minutes west of Galway, near Roundstone on Cashel Bay. And his daughter Claire has the same middle name,
Perfect.
Cashel. Josh
I have to
Young
bring a
in the
fucking
box
hoodie.
now. No balls
Once
in
we
strike.
throw out the fucking
He's
tiki,
one for
once we
four
throw out
back
the
on
tiki
Wednesday.
torches and the fire, it's a wrap.
2 as he waves at that one. And now the lefty.
It's usually like midnight,
Ground ball right side.
1 o'clock, midnight, 1 o'clock at the latest. I gotta work at 5 too, so I'm gonna try to sleep in tomorrow and then take a nap when I get back and then go to work. Hopefully they don't bone me, stick me with a fucking tour. Which the tours tomorrow, the extra work you do on them, like the fucking the shit we do, like there's certain things you do on tours. I'm not gonna go into it, but like the extra quote unquote work is not hard tomorrow. So if they stick me one of the tours that have fucking extra work on it, I'm not too worried about it.
Check swing, but he went too far.
Yeah, nice. Can't wait for the fall, man.
In the air, out towards right center.
Fall.
Long run, nice grab. One away.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync, and the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
In the air, right side. Garcia settles under it. He makes the grab. That's out number 2.
All right, pimp.